Hello, and today is a combo guide tier list play this character, or trying to force you to think in my way or any specific way. Today we're doing a series of case studies on all characters of Dragon Ball Z with their tools that they have and potential game plans that they can do. And today we're going over Android 17, Park Ranger 17. Now at a glance, the first thing you see when you see 17, you see all of this. You see so much movement. See so much varied pressure. So many things are going on. And so if you're looking at this character and you like these type of fast bumblebee characters that have an array of options, then 17 is for you. Now, as always, we talk about characters in zones, so we have up close, mid, and far. So I'll be referring to that as we go on. I'll be saying what ranges they play at. So today we're going to talk about his close range, and we're going to go over quickly his buttons in the air and on the ground, supers and specials. So 17 has a 6-frame jab. He can do jab. Not the best of range, but obviously he's not the tallest of men. He can chain that. He can also chain them both. So he's able to chain both of these so you can confirm. 17 has a 5M that's -5. And that's also -4. So both of these are all safe as well. So at any time 17 can end pressure. And because this advances, so you see it here, if you're in the mid-range, it actually hits from this range. So it's a really good advancing move. So if your opponent doesn't challenge, you can keep up pressure with 17 that way. It's 2M, obviously it doesn't move at all, but it is -6. So it is a bit punishable. It is 10 frames, so that's okay speed. Obviously 6M. He has a free H, so this actually works from this range as well. So from this range here, this hits. So this is very good for obviously 17's combos. It's 5H. If you see that round start, this is a good 5H, good range. Good normal as well. It's -10, but look at the distance on block. Stiff kick from the tournament winner of Power Champion. 2H. He has a high reaching 2H like this, so it's very good. 14 frames, so it's not the best. It's kind of in the middle. But yeah, those are his kind of his normals there. Air normals, obviously he's got the jump light, the jump M, a great jump M. This will catch your opponents if they're sleeping. So up close, it won't hit up close, but from like maybe a tap or two L's, you can hit someone from there. He's got his jump H, obviously he's got the monkey jump H, the Saiyan jump H, so it's really helpful for him. That's enough about the buttons. You can check that for yourself. So straight, we're gonna go into supers first. So supers, he has game over, which is one of the strongest level 1s in the game. He also has this level 1 as well, which is invincible, which means if your opponent tries to press any buttons, everyone does do this. If I did level 1, see, I'm getting hit. Oh, he's not jabbing me. I need a better button. Need a much better one than this one. I'll show this in another way anyway. So this one, let's do 2H instead actually. There we go, this works. Actually no, you know what, you get the gist anyway. So this is an invincible level 3, so I'll just do this to show you as well. As you can see there, full involve from the start. This is kind of the same anyway. So as you see there, so this one has full invul obviously from the beginning, so it's really helpful to use when you are playing 17. He also has a level 3, which is one of the coolest level 3s in the game. But now let's go into his specials. So we're going to spend quite some time here. 17 has an array of specials. So 17 first, I'll show you this move here. That's 214S. 17 is able to move around doing this 214S, so he can traverse the screen. If you do 236S, he does it going forward. So you can really mix the opponent up. If you combine with assists, if your opponent tries to 2H, as you see, '17 can really mix up the opponent and still keep his jump. So you see, they can really mix up the opponent there and still keep it jump. Now we're gonna go into obviously 17 also has power blitz. This is a 2-2-S. So on block this is like -28. So we'll do it again on block. However, or you can do this at any time in the air, and it brings them straight down. So you saw that? That's +15. So it's a really good approach tool for 17. If you have the right assist to kind of help him get in, and also a great way to end his combos. Let's quickly put him off guard. As this is a common combo ender. Why am I missing this? It's been a while. There you go. And you can obviously get the slide knockdown as well. So you're able to level 3, bring straight down. Now we're gonna go into his 236L. Now his 236L is the most unique thing about 17. As if you press L, 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 you got 4 combinations. So at any point in those combinations you can press another button. So if you do 236L, it does this strike move going forward. If you do 214L, it does the same move but it steps back. So if I do L into M, it does a straight punch. L, L, it's the same. But if I do L and the low, see it's exactly the same. The difference is the speed. See there, that's 12. That's with the M, and that's 10. So the difference is obviously the speed there. They're exactly the same on block. Now that's 2 hits. So if you do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, exactly the same. So if you hold up or just press L or L, it's exactly the same. The difference here is you press low to go low. And the ender, you can decide the ender. As you see there. If you press back at any time during any of these, it does a fake out. So if you press 1, 2, 3, fake out. So instead of going for the low. So just always remember the rule of thumb is he can do 4 things. Now that was going forward. Now if you go going backwards, exactly the same. Now where it gets tricky, obviously you can press S, which is a barrier. So if the opponent decides they want to press a button, you can also do the 2-1-4 button. So just always remember you can always do 4, or 17 can always do 4, right? 1, 2, 3, and you can even do power blitz as well. So you can even do the powered up one, and to end up being plus here. So 17 has a really great way of maintaining pressure as well. So that's something just to be wary of. Now let's go into when you spend the bar. When you start spending the bar, 17 starts doing this. If you press H, he does the H barrier, which is immediately. And you press HH, so you spend 2 bars. 1 bar, sorry. We'll take off this. Let's do it from here. See, that's 1 bar. So that's 0.5 bar. He's supposed to say 1 bar. 0.5 bar, sorry. He spends if you do H into H. So if your opponent decides to press a button during your whole thing, that's what 17 punishes them for. He can also go backwards and do the exact same. However, where it gets tricky is if you do 2-1-4 H backwards, 17 actually goes backwards. So he's able to fake and stay in front, or to go behind and really mix you up. So this is kind of one of his primary tools 17 will be using to kind of mix you up like that. So you got to be aware of that. Now we could spend hours talking of just that alone, but we're here talking about his game plan or his win conditions. What is 17 really looking for, and who helps him with this? So 2 things kind of when you're looking at 17, or if you're looking for, he's looking for a partner. He's looking for big damage in the right he has big damage in the right combination of his partners. So he's looking for conversions. So when 17 is doing all of this, see if I still got this. I still got it. He's looking for partners that allow him to continue his combos. So if we had Bardock, for instance. A bit hard with this Bardock, so let's try again. See, you saw that it's a bit hard to confirm with that Bardock. However, let's say if we did Bardock B, for instance. Oh, let's try with Beerus. Okay, so I got to jump for that one. He's looking for partners that allow him to get to the corner really fast, because 17 is really scary. So you saw mid, that was mid screen. In the corner, he's able to crush you up instantly. So mid screen, you'll be able to probably tell the difference, but in the corner is really scary. So partners that allow 17 to do these conversions are really who he's looking for. So you saw Beerus. Beerus was able to help him. And look, I'm closer towards the corner. So he's really looking for partners that do that, because he himself does a lot of damage. Obviously in the right combination. So you have to be very wary of that with 17. And secondly, he has an array of offense. So he wants to get in and stay in. So we saw there with Bardock A, how I wasn't able to get that combo there. But with Bardock B, for instance, potentially with him I could do this. So 17 I could do something later with 17. I probably could do this. Oh, imagine this works. It probably does. Probably does. Something like this, you get the gist. See, listen, they have to block that. So even then, if your opponent is blocking, let's say if your opponent was blocking, for instance. Let's get him off of Super Dash. Say for instance your opponent decides to block and it's just like this. They have to block that situation. So that's kind of the stuff he's looking for. He's just trying to get in safely, however that means. Even with a C assist, if we decide to play Bardock C assist, or even, let's check him out. Let's check it out. As long as he gets in, that's what he's kind of looking for. He wants to, because when he's inside, as we saw, he has such an array of options that your opponent has to be ready for. So once he's in, the opponent's got to be ready for all of that. That's a lot of things for them to look out for. So we went through his assist there. Let's go to assist on the left. Now on the left, who does he have? He has Zamasu. So if we go back to those things we said to help him, conversions and getting in. So Zamasu, we saw getting in, obviously, especially when he's using this, it helps him shield him as well. So, ooh, that could work. Ooh, that looks good. Oh, that looks good. So as you saw that, I'm learning here too. I've never played this. This is all on random hit as well. So we saw Zamasu gives him a conversion, and also maybe, and it gives him a combo. So you see, you could work with probably Zamasu A and Broly. Obviously, Broly's A assist works. Oh, Broly's B assist I've got here. So when I'm doing all of these options and your opponent decides to press a button, I guess. Let's see. Probably when I'm doing this. Oh, let's do Broly, sorry. Does it really work? Yeah, there we go. So Broly there. If my opponent decided to jab after that, because after that on block, my opponent can actually, look, see, they can press a button there. Depending on the combination I do, see? I would have to do this or something, so I could probably use Broly, or C assist, or someone to kind of hit them out there. So he wants those characters that kind of help him in those situations. Now we've talked about win conditions and game plan that 17 is kind of looking for. What about fighting against him? Now, the biggest thing you have to worry about when you're fighting against 17, or when you're 17, is without assists, he has no real safe way of ending pressure. There's always a risk without bar. So every single time he has no bar, there is a risk. So if we do this, for instance, I said opponent can jab. So if I have no bar here, unless I do this fake out, my opponent can still block. So everything I'm doing has a risk. If you look at the frame data, so look at this. There's a gap there. That's minus 10. That's still punishable. That's minus 11. Still punishable. Even if I do these two, it's minus 9. Does power blitz, he's minus 28. So as you see here, everything he does, unless he has the bar to push you away like this, he's still minus 22. Everything he does has a risk to it. So even if his safest option, going away, even then if your opponent decides to super dash, you have to be wary of that. You're in the air now. So he has really no kind of quote-unquote safe way of ending pressure. There's always a risk. So when he's alone, pressuring him or even blocking with him, you have to keep this in mind when you are playing at 17. It's because everything he does, there's some sort of risk to it. So just keep that in mind when you are facing 17. Now, before we go into an hour video, let's move forward. So with 17, where is the goats? We had, who did I have on my side? I had Bardock and Beerus. And then on the other side I had 17, Broly and Zam. So, Zamasu's gonna keep talking. Let's let Zamasu keep monologuing. Oh, he's done now. So, with 17, we talked about, game plan wise, we talked about, obviously, he has big damage in the right combination of partners. So he's really looking for conversions. He's looking for assists that allow him to kind of convert and allow him to do those big damage combos that he has, especially with the power blitz powered up. And an array of offense, so getting in, he wants to get in and stay in. He wants to really be like an annoying fly. So we saw that with Bardock A. It didn't really give Bardock A. It didn't give us the getting in. So no, getting in it will give us on the floor, but staying in potentially not. So potentially you could mix with Bardock B and Bardock A if you could, and obviously with C. But we saw with Beerus's A worked perfectly fine and his C. So that's the kind of things you're looking for. If he's able to end his unsafe strings with these assists or continue his pressure or getting in. Then we saw on the other side we had with Broly, we had Broly B actually and Zamasu A. Broly B was very good at ending his string, even though it was super dashable. If his opponent decided to jab or press, he had the power to do something there. And we also had Zamasu. Zamasu's A was really helpful in that situation as well. So that's something to really think about when you are playing 17. Now when we were fighting against him, we talked about, without assists, he has no real kind of quote-unquote safe way of ending pressure. There's always some type of risk without bar. So without bar, he is taking a risk every single time he goes out. He goes out and fights in the field. So they have to be really creative in the ways that you establish pressure. Always having power blitz charged and really focusing on ending strings in that power blitz to being plus 16, to being plus 9, and plus 11 and continuing pressure. But yeah, I hope this video helps someone. Leave a like if you want to keep talking more about this. I really, like I said, I want to create a community that we really talk about characters and not just pick them or disclose characters or not pick characters because everyone else is playing them. But yeah, hope this helps, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.